I'm Jenna Middaugh. We made it to Friday.
Let's
check back in with meteorologist Lucy Bergman, and it's a nice Friday out there as we start the day, and I'm looking forward to the weekend.
Yeah, you know what? I'm looking forward to the weekend too.
This morning, a second night of protests over the Breonna Taylor grand jury decision are wrapping up. Protesters again gathered in Louisville, Kentucky, where the 26-year-old was killed, as well as in other cities across the country. Taylor's mother, Tamika Palmer, joined protesters in Louisville. Right now, police in Denver are investigating two incidents that happened during Wednesday night's protests in the downtown area. According to our sister station in Denver, during the protest near the state capitol, a car drove through a group of people. We showed you this video yesterday morning. The second incident was a man seen with a gun in his hand on Colfax Avenue. He dropped it as officers approached him. Police confirmed two men were cited during the protests for having guns with magazine capacities above the legal limit. Right now, federal authorities are investigating after several military ballots were thrown out in Pennsylvania. The investigation was launched after the U.S. attorney was notified about potential issues involving a small amount of mail-in ballots. 9 military mail-in ballots had been discarded, then recovered. Some of them can be traced back to specific voters. The U.S. Attorney's Office says some ballots were improperly opened by county staff. According to a release from the U.S. Attorney's Office, the investigation is still ongoing. Happening now, this video of a woman vandalizing a campaign sign for President Trump is going viral. Police are trying to figure out who she is. It happened on private property in Castle Rock. Police have not said yet if this woman will be charged, and the owner of the private property tells 11 News he will allow any political sign on his lot, no matter the party affiliation, as long as they follow rules put in place by the city. This is new this morning. South Korea says North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has apologized over the killing of a South Korean official. South Korea's presidential office said Kim called the incident, quote, unexpected and unfortunate. It's extremely unusual for a North Korean leader to apologize to rival South Korea on any issue. Yesterday, South Korea accused North Korea of fatally shooting one of its public servants and burning his body. Right now, Boulder County is cracking down on students after an outbreak of cases at CU Boulder. The county is banning anyone between the ages of 18 and 22 from gathering together, no matter the size of the group or the location. The university will also do remote learning for the next 2 weeks to try to get the number of cases under control. CU Boulder now has the largest COVID-19 outbreak in the state with more than 1,100 people infected. Social media helped a family track down their stolen car and take it right back. The car was found a few miles away from where it was taken. You can see that on the map here where the car was stolen from and where it was found. Now last week, Courtney Pollard was helping a friend move near the Citadel Mall and left the car running while they brought boxes inside. Within a minute, she says her car was stolen. Her family shared posts on social media, and the very next day, someone who had spotted the car called them.
We were just driving.
Now, no one has been arrested yet, but based on some of the items left in her car, investigators say they have a few clues as to who might have been behind this. The owner wants to remind everyone to lock up their car, even if you're only leaving it for just a minute. Welcome back to 11 News This Morning on your Friday morning. Your time is 6:23. We made it through to the end of the week. You're taking a live look in downtown Colorado Springs. You can see that sun coming up on Pikes Peak. We'll have another check of your weather and traffic coming up in a little bit. As you head out to check them out, CDOT wants to remind you to be safe. Make sure you find a safe place to pull off the road to take pictures. And even if you're not stopping, know that plenty of other people will be. So keep an eye out for people near the road. And don't forget to continue social distancing and wear masks if you're near other people.
This week, a local senior got a sweet surprise.
I love this. 2 unicorns dropped by. Take a look. The Fountain Valley Senior Center brought out these guys for a socially distanced outing. Seniors were able to drive through to pick up lunch and pet the unicorns one at a time. And look, they're all dressed up too. All right, let's check in with Lucy now. And I don't know about you, Lucy, but I would pet a unicorn any day.
I would.
All right, thank you, Lucy. Your time is 6:26. We've got another check of your weather, traffic, and top headlines coming up after the break. Welcome back to 11 News This Morning. I'm Jenna Middaugh. Justice Ginsburg passed away last Friday at the age of 87. She was the second woman to serve on the Supreme Court. The American flag at the Capitol is flying at half-staff in her honor. You can see that in the video there. Continuing our coverage now, volunteers will be out again today searching for missing Colorado mother Susie Morfeo. So encouraging to see all the people that are showing their support by helping. Thank you, Melissa. Right now, Mexican firefighters are helping fight one of the fires in California. They're helping battle the Sequoia Complex fire. It started last month and has now burned more than 144,000 acres. That fire is only 35% contained. Canada has also sent firefighters to California and Oregon this month. At least 23 large fires are burning in California and about a dozen more in Oregon. Looking ahead now, Target is gearing up for the holiday season. The retailer announced new plans for employees as it expects to see an increase in contactless shopping during the holidays. Target says it is going to double the number of team members devoted to drive up and order pickup. Distribution centers will hire more seasonal workers, and there will be additional employees at the front of stores to focus on safety, cleaning, and greeting guests. Looking ahead, United is set to become the first U.S. airline to offer coronavirus testing for its passengers. Starting next month, United will offer tests to people flying from San Francisco to Hawaii. The airline will use rapid 15-minute tests at the airport before someone goes through security screening. There is also a mail-in option passengers can do a few days before they fly. Hawaii has also agreed to let people skip a 14-day quarantine there if they test negative with United. Uber is getting stricter with its safety protocols during the pandemic. Drivers can now flag riders who aren't wearing a mask. If that happens, the rider will then be required to take a selfie with their mask on before their next trip. Uber says those who repeatedly break the rules could be blocked from using the app. Since May, Uber has removed more than 1,200 riders in the U.S. and Canada for not following the mask order. Uber says drivers can also choose to cancel a trip if a rider is not wearing a mask. And the Benadryl TikTok challenge has led to an FDA investigation. The federal agency says it's looking into reports of teens taking large doses of the over-the-counter medication. Benadryl is used to treat allergies, but the FDA warns that taking too much can lead to severe health problems and even death. The FDA says teens have reportedly ended up in emergency rooms with serious injuries, and some may have died. The FDA says it's urging TikTok to remove videos of this challenge. We have an 11 call for action alert now. More than 256,000 of these cordless saws sold at Lowe's are being recalled for a laceration hazard. The two different saws are made by the Cobalt brand. The company says one can keep running even after the user releases the trigger. The other can remain on. Consumers are urged to contact the distributor for a free repair. Looking ahead, Coloradans will soon decide the fate of 11 different statewide ballot measures. One of them will determine how much homeowners pay in property taxes. It's called Amendment B, and if it passes, property tax rates will be frozen. If it fails, homeowners are expected to see a decrease in property taxes next year. Enjoy your Friday.